Good morning, everyone. It is Friday and time for another conversation with Father Pat. Today, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on this weekend, and it all begins tonight at 6:30, or at least the part that we're going to talk about this morning with the Mass that the Knights of Columbus Council will be hosting and helping at. That is a Mass for the Blessed Michel McGivney. And he was canonized last year. So this is the first Mass in that celebrates his feast day.
Yeah. So he was beatified, right? Made blessed the step before canonization. And he in October. So yeah, today now is officially his feast day. He was born yesterday and died tomorrow. So they made his feast day the day in between the two. And so he's, Father McGivney, Blessed Michel McGivney, is really a remarkable man. He really shows how you can be holy, how you can become a saint just through ordinary things, right? He was a priest. He was a parochial vicar, an assistant pastor at a church in Connecticut, saw a need. His people were a lot of immigrants, the Catholics. He himself, his parents had immigrated from Ireland. He himself was a product of an immigrant family, and he recognized, the men worked on a lot of dangerous jobs, and often the breadwinner, the father, would be injured or killed on the job, and leave his widow and his children, without means for support, and really wanted to start a group of men to come together to help each other, to support each other's families, to support the widows and the children that didn't have fathers, and just saw this need and responded to it. And so rather unremarkable thing as it started, and it just continued to mushroom through his work and dedication. And so just by living that holy life, just by looking at how God calls you and what God is calling you to do, and reaching out to those in need, we can learn a lot. And so we'll have this Mass tonight starting at 6:30, just to honor Father Michel McGivney. Our new Knights of Columbus chapter will be there hosting the Mass, helping us out at the Mass. So everybody's invited to come join us. After the Mass, we'll have Spanish adoration. Also, the Knights of Columbus will be showing a little movie about Father Michel McGivney's life, and have a little refreshment after it. So come and join us. And then, tomorrow we'll have the house blessing for the house that our Habitat for Humanity team built. And that the Habitat for Humanity ministry is such a great ministry. Every year we support with our dollars and with our help, with our people. Many dedicated parishioners go out there and work a long time in helping to build the house. One of the neat things is the person who the house is being built for, he comes out and helps with the building the house, and is there right alongside the people that are working to build the house. He invests his own sweat equity into building the house. So we'll have that house blessing tomorrow. So it's going to be a good weekend.
Well, Father, I know that as we continue also, we were talking and have been talking about the Faith and Poverty series, which we had, I guess it was session 6 last night. So we're almost through the first 8 classes. And last night's conversation dealt with working for versus working with, and the conversations surrounding the differences between those terms. Quoting Pope Francis, and who said at one time he wants a church that is poor and for the poor. And this week, many of the members of the class went on an immersion experience where we visited a homeless encampment over off of I-45 and West Street, just off the North Freeway, and a couple that have been homeless for, the woman has been homeless for 25 years, her husband for 15 years. The woman was actually born and given up to the state for adoption, and has literally been in the care of the state her entire life. Either if she went straight from CPS until when she became 18, immediately on the streets. So she's literally never had anyone in her life to care for her or to help her in this life, and she remains homeless. And what struck me and what strikes me in this course, one of the questions that we were asked about this immersion experience was, did you see Christ through anyone that you didn't expect to see Christ in during this immersion experience? And certainly witnessing people that are homeless caring for one another is a remarkable thing to see, because they're both amid dire circumstances. They both just have multitude of challenges every day just to stay alive. And their biggest, these two people, their biggest fear is not waking up in the morning. They've been shot at. They've been hit with BB gunfire by teenagers that have driven by, just shooting at them, taking pot shots at them because they're homeless. And fortunately, that story had an ending where the mother of the teenagers found out and made those who did that go back and help these people and take care of them. And there was a lesson, I guess, that was learned out of there. But still, these are things that are faced by the homeless on the street every day. And there was, this couple had a dog and a cat, and they told us that the dog eats before they do every day. And it was just a great witness to selflessness that we're all called to exhibit and to live in our lives, and to witnesses on a one-on-one basis by sharing with people who are currently in this situation. There's no solution for them. And they got up, and they get up every day and facing complete unknowns, and to be amid that and to see that playing out in the 4 different visits that we had with these folks was really eye-opening, troubling, and in an odd way inspirational to see that the spirit of human survival is alive even when it is hardest to practice. So that a little insight on our Faith and Poverty course, which wraps up and then restarts at the end of September.
Yeah, I was able to come by the class last night and talk to some of the people that had participated in that experience, and yeah, all of their stories were very moving. And I know y'all went on to have conversations yesterday about how we can work with the people and reach out with assistance. We do a lot of many good things with St. Vincent de Paul and our Loaves and Fishes ministry and our various ministries, but we certainly can do more. We saw the need, I saw the need firsthand, and we need to find ways in which we can reach out and help those, not just the homeless, but those that are struggling to exist, right? That are in that state of poverty, that don't have enough money for food and clothing and all the resources they need. So I always look forward to your stories about this work, and it's a good program that you've got, and hopefully we can bring it to the parish to do more of all to recognize the needs that are right here in our neighborhood.
A lot of good people that are working on this project, and we'll continue it and give it an opportunity to grow, and we'll be having more about that in all of our media outlets here, and ways to communicate with the parish here in the next few weeks. So Father, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
All right.
Thanks.